guys, good morning and happy Monday. Welcome to week 2 of distance learning. I hope this finds you all happy and healthy and kind of making your way through our new learning adventure. Today I'm going to walk you through some of our slides for Monday, and hopefully I can answer questions that you might have ahead of time. All right, so we're going to turn the iPad around and we're going to look at my computer here. Sorry, this is a little bit crazy. Hopefully you can see this. Okay, so one thing I wanted to tell you was that some of you have expressed some concern with Google Classroom, and it's been a little bit hard to navigate. So I'm going to give you some options. You can continue working in Google Classroom if you'd like to. Some of you are still working on paper pencil, and that's okay too. But if you'd like, I'm going to try to put each day's lessons onto Seesaw. So it will say, when you log into Seesaw, it will say Monday, March 30th, Seesaw. Tuesday, March 31st, Seesaw. So every day of the week will have the assignments posted onto Seesaw, and you can work directly off of your Seesaw journal. One thing I do want to make sure that you do, when you stop working on Seesaw, let's say you take a break or you just need to go do something else for a little bit, every time you leave Seesaw, you stop working, you must check the check mark in the corner to save your work. If you do not hit that check mark before exiting, you will lose all of your work, and I know that would be super stressful. So every time you log out or take a break and you want to come back to it later, please hit the check mark, and I will approve your work throughout the day, and you'll be able to go back in and edit your slides. So you'll be able to continue working, okay? All right, so here is your slide. The top part just refers to what I just said. If you want to work in Seesaw, go ahead and do that. If you want to work in Google Classroom, that's okay too. Paper, pencil, whatever's working for you, go ahead and do it. Okay, so let's go to our next slide. I want you to go ahead and check in and make sure that you're all trying to stay in that green zone. I did put a read aloud on today, so we are reading a book that's called Be You, and I hope that you enjoy it. I'm reading it out in my backyard for you, okay? All right, guys, Reader's Workshop today. So the goal is to read a fiction book or a magazine or get onto Epic, whatever you can find that you're interested in. Remember, a fiction story is a make-believe story, so it's not real. And I want you to be looking for words that are new to you. Okay, and you're going to do this little activity today. It's called Own the Word. You're going to write your word down right here. You're going to write a synonym for that word. And remember, a synonym means the same. So if you, let's just say, for example, you picked the word huge. I know that you know what that means, but just as an example, if you picked huge, a synonym could be gigantic. An antonym, which means the opposite, could be small. Define it. What does that word mean? And then use that word in a sentence. And remember, sentences begin with capital letters and end with periods. All right, go ahead and record what you read on your reading log. And then, guys, try to get into Lexia. 15 minutes a day would be great, and I can see your progress and see how you're progressing. And hopefully when we all get back together again, I'll have lots and lots of awards to give out. All right, Writer's Workshop for Monday. You're going to write a small moment, so it's a personal narrative, and we've done this before. Think about a time that you were scared. And remember, all stories have a beginning, a middle, and an end. So make sure that you have all 3 sections. You also want to make sure that you are telling the story. So you should be using the word I. Try to use details and elaborate. Remember how we've talked about show the reader, not tell the reader. So use lots and lots of details so that the reader feels like they're in the story with you. Okay, math today. You're going to have a little CGI problem. So Lily has 91 crayons in her crayon box. 26 crayons fall out. How many crayons are still in her crayon box? So I want you to try to write an equation for the problem. You can also draw or use any strategy that is going to help you. And then, of course, we're always working on our mathematical discourse, which is explaining your thinking. Why did you do what you did? Try to explain to me how you solved that problem and really why you solved it that way. Okay, then we have a couple just math practice sheets, addition, and then greater than, less than, or equal to, and this is all review for you. Okay, if you'd like to go to Freckle, you're always able to do that if you choose to. It's optional, but it's extra practice. And then social studies today, if you click on honoring our history, that will take you to a link that will just kind of walk you through and talk about some things in our history. A couple questions at the bottom. What are monuments? And you'll learn that in your reading. And then list at least 2 monuments in Washington, D.C. and tell what they represent. And you can just write it anywhere on that page. And here is the articles. Here are the articles, excuse me. And then this is art. It's totally optional, guys. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to, but it's something to keep you busy and have a little fun with. You're just doodling your name, and you can kind of see how the name transforms into something that's really cool. And then when you're done with your artwork, make sure you clean up for mom and dad. All right, that walks you through Monday, and I hope that helps. Enjoy the read aloud, and dojo me with any messages that you might have, and have a great day. All right, guys, have a good one.